Hi Aquarius, welcome to your love and relationship reading for March 16th through the 31st. For those of you who are just now tuning in, these are generalized readings, so not everything in the reading may pertain to you because it's not specifically focused towards you. I'd like to encourage you guys to check out your moon and rising sign, and then check out a reading that correlates with your moon and rising sign and see if the information within those readings pertain to you more. I am available for private readings and can be reached at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. I'd like to start off with the reading for my singles, and then I move into a reading for my couples. So I like to start off with a reading for my singles, but I really focus on your mental, your spiritual well-being, because I really believe that that is the foundation to attract a loving, healthy relationship into your life, because I truly believe in the law of attraction where you get back what you put out, okay? I do get clarification, though, at the end, whether or not you could be expecting somebody to come into your life, okay? So with that said, the first card in the spread represents where you are right now, and this is the Father of Cups. The Father of Cups is someone who is very stoic, somebody who is very confident, and somebody who is very deep. There's a lot more than what meets the eye with this person. The next card is what's covering you, and this is the Ten of Swords. This has to do with some grief that you're holding on to, grief that you're going through, some pain. This could indicate possible bouts of depression, or something that you've really been holding on to that needs to be processed and worked through, so that you can release it and move forward. The next card is the Four of Pentacles, which has to do with what's crossing you. This is like the weather that's going on in your life right now. I feel that right now you are really focused inward, doing a lot of soul searching, really isolating. This could even indicate that you're actually isolating yourself as well. You're going through a very selfish stage, which I think is very normal when we're going through some traumas that we're dealing with, such as the trauma that you're dealing with the Ten of Swords. So this is a difficult time, and I really think by the looks of the cards that this was something that was brought on by a relationship that was from your recent past. This could be something that's still present. I would say that this is something that happened within the past maybe 3 months. So this is something that's still fading or working its way out of your life, which I think has a lot to do with this Ten of Swords that we have here. But before I get too ahead and focus so much on this, we have the Wheel of Fortune down here, okay? The Wheel of Fortune has to do with the foundation of this situation. It has to do with a situation, an acceptance of the good with the bad. It also has to do with taking the punches as they come, so to speak, but with a heightened sense of awareness. It's also a number 10. So in numerology, this has to do with a situation that has ended, a situation that has changed, a part of your life that is no longer there anymore, okay? So the next card is the Sun, and this represents the recent past, as I briefly touched on. The Sun has to do with the wonderful space that you are in within your life. I don't think that you saw this relationship ending, and I think that that's part of the reason. So, I don't see that this was something that you really seen coming. I think that this was something that really um, took you off guard. And is part of the reason why you're having a really hard time digesting or understanding what happened. This is something that completely blindsided you. The next card is the Six of Wands, and this has to do with your highest aspirations. This has to do with you rising above this situation. This has to do with you being in a very proud, happy space within your life, a space where you're doing a lot of celebrating, so to speak, okay? The next card is the Father of Wands, and this represents the near future. This could represent that there's a fire sign coming into your life, somebody who is very mature, somebody who is very honest, and lives their life in honor of being honorable, so to speak, which I think really complements the Six of Wands. But one thing I want you to be aware of when we're dealing with the Father of Wands is that sometimes when you're dealing with the Father of Wands, this could indicate sometimes that things are could be too good to be true. And so there could be an element of where you feel like this person isn't being completely forthcoming. The next card is the Five of Swords, and this represents the outcome. Even though that there's somebody who's going to be entering your life, this represents a lot of stuff that you still haven't worked through. Things that you're holding on to, which I think are connected with the Ten of Swords and the Sun, the demise of this relationship, things that you are still processing. And this could also touch on the fact where you feel or are feeling like somebody took something from you. Or somebody wasn't being completely forthcoming. So this has to do with you still having to work through these issues that you're going through in order to process them. And one of the things I like to recommend you using is malachite. This will help you work through the traumas of the past, emotional traumas. It'll help you process and digest and be able to move forward. Okay? So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and move into my couple spread. Okay, So the first card in the spread represents what you're bringing into the relationship. This is the Temperance, so you're a very gentle soul, but also somebody who is very direct. You're also very nurturing, and you really embrace, if you're a woman, your femininity. The next card is the Ace of Pentacles, and this is where you are now in regards to the other person. I want to say that because of the cards that we have here, this could indicate that this is a relatively new relationship, or this is a relationship that's getting a second chance, so to speak. So this really touches on you embracing on this new venture with you and your partner, and the possibilities that are abundant, that are present, and you're really excited to move forward on this new venture. The next card is the Lover's card, and this is what you're hoping to get from this relationship. The Lover's card has to do with a soulmate connection. It also has to do with an acknowledgement of leaving your old life behind and starting anew with your new partner, and wanting to move forward, in this light, in honor of each other and in honor of love. The next card is the World. And this is what the other person is bringing into this relationship with you. This is a very positive reading, and both of you are very much on the same page. This has to do with an acknowledgement of having a ride or die type attitude with you, an understanding that there's going to be good times and bad times, but taking them as they come and wanting to move forward, but doing so in a higher state of consciousness and elevated, with an elevated understanding and a collective deep approach. The next card is the Six of Wands, and this represents what they're getting out of this relationship. They are very proud, and they also feel extreme passion towards you as well, and this person wants to celebrate this relationship. The next card represents what they're hoping to achieve with you, and this is the Five of Cups. And traditionally, the Five of Cups is a very deep card. It's a card of sorrow. It's a card of loss. And I really think that in regards to the other cards that we have here, this is something that your partner is really trying to overcome and avoid. The next card represents how you see the other person. This is the Nine of Wands. Your partner has gone through a lot. Maybe you guys have gone through a lot together. However, there was light at the end of the tunnel. You guys were able to work past it. And it's because of these things that there's a deep admiration for you from your partner. The next card is the card of Justice, and this represents how your partner sees you. Your partner sees you as somebody who has a tendency to think more with your logical side of your mind and not so much from your heart. Your partner also sees you making decisions in honor of honesty. Now, the problem that I just want you to be aware of is that a lot of times when somebody thinks things out through their logical sense, because they want to make a well-rounded approach to situations, they also can come across as being unattached, or maybe aloof, or emotionally unavailable at times. And this is just a reminder to touch base with your partner and let them know that you're still emotionally present. The next card is the Empress. The Empress creates spirit, turns spirit into matter. So this has to do with you guys coming together. This could also indicate maybe you guys moving forward with a family, or maybe you guys continuing to build your family together. So now what I want to do is I want to pull 3 cards and see what you need to learn to make this relationship successful. you guys have a very deep connection, one that will continue to grow. Okay. This is a reminder. We have the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. So this really touches on your guys' connection and the depth that you have to continue to move forward with the Eight of Pentacles. But this is also a reminder to try and see things from each other's perspective, to give you that thorough, deep understanding. And also not to be afraid to expose your inner vulnerabilities, because sometimes when we withhold information, and I believe that we sometimes do so because, again, we don't want to expose all of our vulnerabilities because we're afraid to get hurt. That doing so in a relationship really builds a solid foundation so that you guys could build this relationship up for it to grow on. Okay, so with that said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Thanks, you guys.